My new wife is crazy. At least that is what I tell myself every single day. Not because she is angry, not because she is impossible to understand, but because she has the wonderful habit of filling every quiet moment with unexpected joy. Before she came, my house was only a place to sleep. The walls never laughed. The mornings never hurried. Even the windows seemed to miss something beautiful. Then she arrived, and suddenly every room learned how to smile. My new wife is crazy. She dances while making breakfast. She sings the wrong lyrics with complete confidence. She laughs at her own jokes before anyone else has the chance. She hides the television remote, then forgets where she placed it. An hour later, she laughs again. When we discover it was sitting beside her the whole time, sometimes she talks to the flowers as though they are listening. Sometimes she waves at little children who happily wave back. Sometimes she buys more snacks than we could ever eat only because she says we might need them for a movie night. That is exactly who she is. Beautifully and wonderfully unpredictable. My new wife is crazy. She argues with me about which clouds look like animals. She insists the moon looks brighter when we smile at it. She names every little plant growing on our balcony, and somehow she expects me to remember every single name. I always forget. She always laughs. There are evenings when she suddenly says, "Let's go for a walk." No destination, no reason, just because the weather feels kind. Those little walks have become some of the happiest memories of my life. People often ask what love looks like. I never mention perfect photographs. I never mention expensive gifts. I simply remember her chasing butterflies across a quiet park, laughing like the world had forgotten how to be serious. Sometimes she steals the last piece of chocolate, then offers me half of it after taking the biggest bite. She says sharing is important. I pretend to complain. She knows I am smiling. That has become our favorite game. My new wife is crazy. She believes rain is an invitation to stand outside. She believes every stray cat needs a friend. She believes every birthday should be celebrated like a national holiday. And somehow her excitement always becomes my excitement too. Life will bring busy days, unexpected worries, long nights, difficult seasons, but even then, she finds a reason to laugh. She reminds me that hope can still bloom in the smallest moments, that happiness does not always arrive through grand miracles. Sometimes it arrives wearing pajamas, holding 2 cups of tea and smiling for absolutely no reason. That is the magic she carries wherever she goes. There are nights when I quietly watch her fall asleep. The house becomes peaceful. The world feels slower, and I realize that every strange habit, every playful argument, every unexpected adventure has quietly become part of the story I never want to end. So if someone ever asks me whether my wife is really crazy, I will smile without hesitation. Yes, she is crazy enough to find happiness inside ordinary days, crazy enough to love me on my worst days, crazy enough to believe that every tomorrow can still become beautiful. And perhaps that is exactly the kind of crazy every lonely heart spends a lifetime searching for. My new wife is crazy. And every single day, I thank heaven for sending that beautiful madness into my ordinary life. Because since the day she became my wife, my heart has laughed a little louder. My home has felt a little warmer, and my life has become a story I never want to stop living. My new wife is crazy. She has the funniest habit of turning ordinary moments into unforgettable stories. 1 minute, she is sitting quietly beside me. The next minute, she is laughing at something only she understands. Then she looks at me with those bright eyes, and somehow I begin laughing too, without even knowing the reason. My new wife is crazy. She says life is too short to count every little problem. She would rather collect memories than excuses. She would rather dance in the kitchen than worry about perfect steps. She would rather laugh until her eyes fill with tears than spend another day without smiling.